The Instagram algorithm has recently changed, and if you don't adapt the time that you're posting at, the length that you're posting, the type of content you're creating, and one other thing that I share with you towards the end of this video, those are going to be the things that cause you to see a decrease in the amount of followers and the amount of views that you're getting right now. And that would be a huge misstep because it's easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before. There's more organic reach than there ever has been, and Instagram's gearing up to start paying creators the same way that YouTube and TikTok does. And at the end of the day, all you have to do is give the Instagram algorithm what it wants in order to skyrocket the amount of views and the amount of followers that you're getting. In fact, this creator went from struggling, not knowing what to post, not knowing what they were doing wrong, to getting over 50,000 followers in just 30 days by implementing the principles I'm about to share with you. And this creator did the same thing, except they gained over 100,000 followers. And guess what? The same thing can happen to you because you're only one post away from changing your life or your business on Instagram if you follow the formulas I'm going to be sharing with you. Tip number one is you need to make sure that you're choosing relevant keywords to put not only in the hook of your content, but in the voiceover of your content, in the topic of your content, and in the description of your content. Because at the end of the day, all Instagram's trying to do is match the right content with the right viewer. And if you want to know what kind of content you currently consume, go to the Explore page, and I bet that all of the content that you see is things that you've interacted with before in the past, or things that you've liked before in the past, or watched all the way through to the end, or if it's a carousel that you swiped all the way through. And guess what? Your customer or your audience's feed looks exactly the same, and all you have to do in order to reach them is reverse engineer that. Now I know what you're thinking, Rob, but there are so many people that make real estate content or crypto content or AI content or art or fashion or modeling, and it doesn't matter, because if you make sure that you're staying on top of what your audience is interacting with, and when you create content like that, Instagram is going to have no choice but to push that content to your audience, and this is going to increase the amount of views and the amount of followers that you're seeing. But that's not all that you need to do. You also need to make sure that you're posting at the right time right now on Instagram. And lucky for you, today's video sponsor, HubSpot, just released a 2023 social media trends report that you can get at the pinned comment below 100% for free. And it's going to tell you the best time to post on social media, the best social media apps to be using right now. And it's also going to share with you the best AI tools to make yourself more efficient. Whether it comes to your editing or whether it comes to coming up with content ideas, you need to make sure that you're using the right AI tools, because at the end of the day, we're not going to be replaced as AI as content creators, but instead, content creators using AI are going to be the ones to replace the ones that don't. So you need to make sure that you're using the right tools. Personally, the section that I really specifically like about this report is which social media platforms have the most potential in 2023 for you to grow on, because I think you're really going to be surprised there. Now, what are you waiting for? Go to the pinned comment below and sign up right now, especially if you don't know the best time to post on Instagram, what AI tools you should be using, or if you just want to know what is trending on social media in 2023. HubSpot helps me stay up to date on what's trending, and I think you should be doing the same thing. And what do you have to lose? It's literally 100% free. Just go to the pinned comment below and download it right now. Tip number two is you need to start taking SEO a lot more serious. Let me ask you a question. How great would it be if somebody did a search for something related to your business or related to the content you create, and you were the profile that came up? Well, that's the power of SEO, and guess what? That's happening within your niche 24/7. And if you're not tapping into SEO on Instagram, you're missing out on this, and your competitors are getting it, and they're getting the 4 advantages that come with SEO. First and foremost, people find your content 24/7. Secondly, people associate you with a specific niche or with a specific thing, and this can really help you brand yourself. Third, word of mouth. We all have searched for something before on the internet, found a great solution to it, and then we're talking to somebody else in real life, and guess what ends up happening? You start telling them, oh, you should check out Robert Benjamin's YouTube channel if you want to grow on Instagram, or whatever the case is. And the same thing can happen for your niche, for your business, if you're tapped into SEO on Instagram. But the best part about this is people are going to be searching for things, and you're going to be providing them with a specific solution, and this is going to make them love you. And there are essentially 3 things that you need to be doing to make sure that you're showing up for SEO. First and foremost, whatever typical phrases people search for, they need to be in your bio on Instagram. If they're not in your bio, you're not going to show up when somebody searches for affiliate marketing, or if somebody searches for real estate in Houston, Texas. Secondly, you need to make sure that you're writing longer descriptions on Instagram. One of the most powerful things that can happen is that you start showing up on the For You page. If you didn't know, Instagram has completely changed. Now when you do a search for something, they bring up a For You page, and guess what ends up happening? Somebody ends up searching for something, they go to the For You page, they see your content, they click on it, and now they're consuming your content. But best of all, if you've created more content on this subject, as they begin to scroll, they're going to continue to see your other content. content. And this is going to make you an expert or an authority on Instagram within your specific niche, and it's one of the most invaluable things that you could do. But there's a final thing that you need to make sure you're doing to make sure that this happens, and that is that you need to have a hook or a voiceover that specifically calls out the keywords that people within your niche are searching for. Because if you're not doing all three of those things combined, it's going to be incredibly hard to rank for SEO on Instagram. Now, there are two other things that I need to make sure that you're doing. One of them pertains to the length of content you're creating, and the other is a new crazy trick that has been helping people blow up on Instagram. But first, I need to make sure that you understand something. It's only gonna get harder in the next 30 days, the next 60 days, the next 90 days to grow on Instagram. So you need to make sure that you're investing your time, your energy, and maybe even your money into Instagram right now. Because if you wanna see success, now is a land grab that you need to be taking advantage of. Because I'm telling you, once Instagram unlocks monetization, like YouTube and TikTok have, guess what's going to happen? A lot more people are going to be posting on Instagram within your niche, and it's only going to get harder. So you need to take this opportunity and grab the real estate that exists on Instagram within your niche right now, once and for all. And if you've been procrastinating, now's the time to take this seriously, because you're literally one post away of changing your life or your business when it comes to Instagram. Now, Instagram cares most about videos that are 5 to 11 seconds long. I see so many creators mess this up. Instead, you have a ton of knowledge on a subject, and all you want to do is squeeze as much of that as you can into a video. But you need to understand something. That one, bores people, and two, leaves them not wanting anymore. You need to think about a situation where you wanted more of something. Maybe it was that chocolate cake that's in the fridge. Maybe it was somebody that you met and you wanted to spend more time with them. Had they not left, or had you not been able to eat all of the cake in the fridge, you wouldn't want it any longer. So what you need to understand is you need to take that into consideration when it comes to your own content. Instead of telling somebody everything you know about a subject, tell them just a little bit and leave them wanting more. And that is what 5 to 11 second videos do. In addition to that, they make it really easy for you to actually give the Instagram algorithm exactly what it wants. At the end of the day, all Instagram wants is people to stay on Instagram, because if they stay on Instagram, they see more ads, Instagram makes more money. So how can you make Instagram push out your content more? First, you can do all the steps that I just shared with you. But secondly, you can focus on trying to get people to finish the piece of content that you created by making it shorter, by making it more engaging, by making it less boring, and making sure that anything that could potentially bore somebody, you get rid of it. Because if you keep that stuff within your video, it's going to lead to people dropping off of your video, and this is going to lead to Instagram not pushing out your content. Now, this brings me to the most important part of this video, which is the topic that you're actually choosing to talk about on Instagram, because I need you to understand something. Not all topics are created equally. In fact, how many views you're going to get is going to be largely determined on the topic of your piece of content. You could do everything right. The perfect description, the perfect script, you have the perfect hook. You get people to watch all the way through to the end. But if you choose a topic that has an audience size of 100, or you choose a topic that has an audience size of 100 million, you're going to get a drastic difference in how many views you end up getting. And you're probably wondering, Rob, how can I find out the average audience size for a topic that I'm going to be talking about? And it's incredibly simple. All you have to do is do a search for that topic on Instagram, go to the For You page, scroll through 5 to 10 of those videos, and you need to ask yourself, how many likes are these videos getting? If those videos aren't getting at least 10,000 likes, it's a really good sign that you're probably missing a keyword within that topic, or that topic just isn't that popular, and you shouldn't end up investing your time, your energy, or even your money into creating content on that topic. And there's probably something else you could find within your niche that's going to be way greater, and investing your time and energy into that is going to increase the amount of views that you end up getting. And what I mean by this is you need to be a lot more picky when it comes to what kind of content you're creating, because if there's a topic that can work, maybe you make 3 or 4 videos on that topic instead of just doing a single video. Or maybe you stop creating content about things that people just don't care about. The other thing you might be doing is you might not be using the right hashtags on Instagram. So if you're struggling with what hashtags to use, please watch this video right here. It's going to explain to you the 4 best hashtag strategies you need to be using right now with this current Instagram algorithm. What are you waiting for? I'll see you over there.